Honourable members, we will now proceed to question number 54. That has been asked by the Honourable Letlape to the Minister of Police. The Honourable Minister.
Thank you very much, House Chair, and to honourable members. Before I answer directly to the question, I just want to make a statement in this regard. And the statement is that the gender-based violence and femicide and what is termed corrective rape are some of the most challenging antisocial behaviors in our society. While the South African Police Service has a role in addressing these issues, it goes beyond ordinary policing. In fact, it is near impossible to police gender-based violence in its entirety, in the sense that these incidents take place in households, in bedrooms, and all of that, and between people who are very close to one another. But that's not to say we say police have no role. We're just talking about the origins of this that make it very difficult to police them. It is important that we reorientate ourselves and not throw all the burden of policing these issues just to police and confine them there. It requires an all-of-society approach. To combat GBV and F, we need change societal attitudes through social engineering. Now, when it comes to answering directly on this question, the South African Police Service is currently implementing the Gender-Based Violence and Femicide Action Plan, now which is aligned to the National Strategic Plan on GBV and F. Focus area number 4 of the SAPS GBV-F Action Plan deals with the prevention of gender-based violence and sexual offences. The SAPS categorizes rape as one of the GBV-F related offences. The intended focus is to enhance feelings of safety among women, children, and vulnerable groups, which are an integral part of all society. SAPS implement GBV and F prevention and awareness raising programs within the focus area as prevention measures, but also to encourage victims to report and seek assistance. The involvement of communities and stakeholders in the use of awareness programs recognizes the police action alone. No, the involvement of communities and stakeholders and the use of awareness programs recognize that police action alone will not serve as a deterrent for intimate forms of violence like sexual offenses. But the interventions to address GBV and F related crimes include the following. 1, awareness campaigns at identified GBV hotspots, ministerial dialogues and imbizos on GBV and F, awareness programs that are conducted specifically by family violence, child protection and sexual offences units, which investigate cases of rape and are therefore very familiar with prevailing trends. Increased compliance assessment on GBV and F related regulatory frameworks at police stations, the improving of the involvement of community policing forums and performing oversight in police stations and promoting community education, and so on. There are quite a number of things.
Thank you, Honourable Minister. Your time has now expired. The first supplementary question will be asked by Honourable Letlape.
Aye, but this table stuff. Thank you very much. Minister, there is a steady increase and not a decline in the number of reported rape cases in the country over the past few years. We know the primary purpose for the murder of Uyinene Mrechwane, was for her perpetrator to commit rape. We know that Namhla Mthwa was murdered in Umtata in the Eastern Cape. And at the center of her murder was a boyfriend who did not want to let go of her. What is said with the issue of Namhla Mthwa is that the perpetrator is still walking free in the street of Eastern Cape. Due to what? Due to the incompetence of the police to investigate. What I want to find out, and we want to find out, Minister, is that what other measures and approach are you going to implement to make sure that prevention of violence against women and children stop in South Africa? Ngiyabonga.
The Honourable the Minister.
Thank you very much. It's not entirely what the honourable member is saying, that it's incompetence. In order to get somebody arrested and tried in a court of law, you need evidence and sufficient evidence. You can have an expert in investigating a case, but if you don't land in what is relevant for a particular case, you won't be able to. That case is among the cases that are receiving our attention now in Umtata. You will understand that we've beefed up security there in the form of detectives, in the form of special operations people, but we have also sought to strengthen our relations with people in the justice system. We actually had a chat with the Minister of Justice to say there's a complaint from there that says that there is something that people are experiencing in terms of perceptions, that prosecutors are not they are not doing what people would ordinarily expect them to do. Whether that's true or not is another matter. But we're discussing the matter with justice while these operations are taking place. And we hope that some of these cases, including the one that you are highlighting, will, yes, with the person that you are talking about, we will be able to come up with something, depending, of course, that with all the intensified kind of effort, we will be able to get sufficient justice. I mean, evidence to get in that matter.
Thank you, Minister. The second supplementary question will be asked by the Honourable Klute. Yes, just take your seat one moment, please, Honourable Member. Yes, Honourable Mente.
Thank you, House Chair. House Chair, we're dealing with a case that is very sensitive in terms of the question asked to the Minister by our member. And we have given the names of victims of brutal crime. For the Minister not to say the name, she has a name. Now it's a by the way, and she's reducing her into some object that just disappeared.
Yeah.
Her name is Namhla Mthwa.
Thank you.
I must say her name so that he can understand.
Yeah. Honourable Mente, we are not in a position to prescribe to the executive as to how to answer. So while I take note of your comment, it is an opinion. Honourable Klute, please proceed.
Thank you, House Chairperson, Minister.
Order, honourable members. Please give the Honourable Klute an opportunity.
Minister, the prevention of crime in general and the rape in particular requires a comprehensive and multi-sectoral approach by both government and society. In general, that means that the question of morality in society, substance abuse, stereotypes of men towards women, the centrality of civil society organizations as well as religious and cultural organizations are crucial in the prevention of rape. How is the police strengthening the multi-sectoral approach to fight crime in general and rape in particular? Minister, thank you, House Chairperson.
The Honourable the Minister.
Thank you very much. The approach is indeed along the lines that the Honourable Member is outlining. Communities differ one from the other. Other communities are highly organized in the sense that they're able to organize a neighborhood watch groupings. Others seek the help of private security, but others have CPFs. But the intention is to involve everybody in the fight against crime, wherever it rears its ugly head. We ourselves, in relation to metros, have started a program where we really make an effort out of our way and gather together, like we did yesterday in the City Hall here, get all the active social groupings in one place and listen to them, and including their advices, and then start implementing the outcome of such. So we do consult, we do involve, and we do work with social groupings in fighting crime. Thank you.
Thank you. The third supplementary question will be asked by the Honourable Nontenja.
Thank you, Honourable House Chair. In April 2024, at the opening of the 64th Victim Support Centre in Stellenbosch, the NPA head, Shamila Batoyi, confirmed that despite the 75% conviction rate, there is a high number of GBV cases being withdrawn. Too many cases are not getting to court. Also, a total of 174 GBV matters were struck from the court roll between April and December 2023 due to SEP's inefficiencies. Honourable Minister, the question is, have you or the department has considered a more effective solution to reduce rape cases from being withdrawn and train police officers to be more sympathetic and sensitive with the GBV matters and victims? If yes, what are the relevant details?
Honourable Member.
No, why?
Thank you. Honourable the Minister.
Well, thank you very much, Honourable Member. I'm not sure about the red tape, and therefore I'm not going to be able to answer what you mean by red tape. But you speak about what you allege to be inefficiency on the side of police, and you allude to Advocate Batoyi's statements. The fact of the matter is that, yes, there are instances where a case or cases will be investigated, but there will be some holes or some weaknesses in the statements that will be prepared to go to court. We do experience that. And what is happening now is that we are having initial discussions to say, how do we make improvements, not just in relation to statements relating to GBVNF, but all statements in all cases, so that we improve in terms of the quality of the statements that all police take in police stations when those matters get taken to court, so that both the magistrate or judges on one hand and the defense lawyers on the other don't find easy loopholes so that cases get thrown out. So there is that particular feeling amongst us that there is such, but it's not red tape. Thank you.
Thank you. The last supplementary question will be asked by the Honourable Thring.
Thank you, Minister. on any particular day, about 148 women are raped in South Africa. The vast majority of these rapes are the girl child under 18 years of age. With pornography being the theory and rape the practice, the ACDP has on numerous occasions called for the banning of all forms of pornography which denigrates and objectifies women. That said, Minister, noting the poor conviction rate of around 14%, do you agree that better cooperation of all crime-fighting agencies needs to be improved in order to increase the conviction rate, and that there needs to be harsher sentences meted out to perpetrators of rape, including life sentences? If yes, how do you propose to implement this? If not, why not?
Thank you. The Honourable Minister.
I agree with the larger part of your statement that you need cooperation of more than one department in making sure that you increase the rate of conviction. I've just alluded to one, that we need to do what we've identified as one of the areas of improvement, wherein SAPS work very closely with NPA in particular. And from what I've gathered, including what we'll be discussing in the first meeting of the JCPS, it would be those areas that are being identified as areas that need very close cooperation. And in some of these cases, during investigation, you do need to have very close proximity with NPA so that there aren't too many gaps between what SAPs are doing and in turn taking to the justice system and NPA themselves. And there is agreement and there's willingness politically to do such closeness and ensure that the quality of our work getting to courts are at the required level for convictions to be. So what we intend doing, therefore, is to go exactly on those areas that have been identified. And we hope that once implemented, once agreed on and implemented, we will have an improvement. And look, I just want to say that it's not only us here in this House that want higher convictions. Even the police themselves, they want to see their job and their work resulting into a higher number of convictions. We talk about this every day. They want this themselves. And that's a plus in terms of the work that we need to do. Thank you.
Thank you.
If you found this video informative, please like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more content like this. And as always, let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Until next time, stay informed and stay engaged.